Redbox they're out of business for the most part. I mean, they're pretty much dead.
It sucks, but it's not surprising.
It's not. Yeah, it sucks because they were their parent company is Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, so they own a bunch of things. They filed for Chapter 11, and then that's now turned to Chapter 7, and so there's now an investigation by a judge. It's regular protocol, just to make sure the funds weren't mishandled. Because these employees are now it's a little over 1,000 employees are out of jobs now. No severance or benefits. I mean, just like that. It does. But yeah, hopefully they knew it was coming too. But Redbox, when it was introduced, that was such a crazy concept, and it really became popular. Like, it peaked in 2013. They had
I mean, they were everywhere.
They had over 1 billion sales in 2013. They had 43,000 kiosks across U.S. and Canada. And of course, they featured movies, TV shows, and video games, right?
Yeah.
Did they start out with video games, or did that change?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they kind of gradually went there because
I thought so
the demand for it was I mean, it was literally like a blockbuster you could walk up to.
Yeah, right.
And,
outside or inside.
Of course, you could return them to any kiosk you wanted to.
That was nice.
I remember they came out with an app at one point where you could look through it and be like, oh, this McDonald's one has the movie I want, so I'm going to put it on hold and then go and pick it up. So
that was kind of like the bummer of it, I guess. Not enough copies in each one of them, or not all the time. Like, you're looking for it. It's like, how many freaking ones I have to go find here?
Yeah. Well, and then they even had the option to buy from them. At some point.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Well, and I think if you wanted to buy it, which I don't think anybody really advertised this, but if you wanted to buy the movie you were renting, all you had to do was hang on to it for 21 days. Yeah. And it cost you $25 or something.
I think we ended up buying one of those. Yeah. My kids lost it or something. They're like, yeah, that's it. But yeah, I remember they were like $1. And you're like, this is great. And then
it was
gradually went up, of course,
or something like that, wasn't it?
What's that?
It was like $1 per night.
Yes. Yep. It was. Yep. Per night. And they were everywhere. And it's funny because when they first got popular, I didn't look into it, but I remember there was some big deal with the studios or something. Like, some of the properties they were throwing in there, studios didn't approve of it. So immediately they had a lot of titles yanked, and their selection kind of went down, and they seemed to have a lot more direct to video.
They had a lot
true
of
knockoff movies.
They had a lot of mockbusters.
Yeah, if there was Terminator out, they'd have some other thing. It looked like Terminator, but it was
Transmorphers.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, silly, but my brother worked electronics for Walmart, and this is kind of a bad thing about the Redboxes. I mean, good for the owners of the machines because they're making bank, but they basically started buying the media from Walmart or any retail stores. They buy a shit ton, and they eventually had to put a max on it. But they were basically buying them and throwing them in the machines.
Oh,
and that's a no-no. I mean, there's studios definitely don't like that, or so they weren't doing it the right way. And maybe that's another reason why they kind of got punished for not getting permission, if you say. But the whole it's just sad. It's after 2 decades of service, it's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't used it for a very long time. Just
it
kind of came dirty. I don't know.
I haven't either, just because where do you find one anymore?
Right, that too. Yeah.
They used to be, I mean, they were like Starbucks. They were on every freaking corner.
Yeah, everywhere.
Go to Walgreens, Hy-Vee, Walmart.
Yeah. Yep.
Gas stations had them. I think even Come and Go.
Yeah.
At one point they had them inside or something. I don't know.
I mean, it was really slick because you'd see the movie the night before, and then on your way to work, you just throw it in there and
just put it back in. Yeah. Put it back in there.
It was slick. The whole rental store experience is dead,
which sucks.
It does suck. I miss it so much, and it's just like comic book stores. They're still around. I mean, not a lot of them, but at least you get that experience going in, smelling I just like the smells of the new paper. It's all these weird things attached to the physical store itself. But I remember, especially if I was over at my dad's every other weekend, begging to go to the rental store, and sometimes you get a cool bundle. You get to get like a drink and some food.
We did those at Video Update when I worked there.
Sweet.
Like
yeah.
it was, I don't remember exactly what the price range on it was. It was like $10 or something.
Yeah.
But you got like a bucket of popcorn, 2 things of candy,
That's
two
awesome.
two
Yeah.
sodas, and then like like a gift book or something
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But
you
yeah,
s-
I do.
yeah.
I do miss the video store experience. That was my Friday tradition when I was a kid.
Pretty much. Yeah.
We had a 5-star video right down the
Nice.
block from us. So I'd
Yeah.
get on my bike after school, after my homework and all that was done, go down to 5-star, see what Super Nintendo games they had or what movies they had or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know. It's
a bummer.
the thing that sucks though is that like I think the physical store thing, not even just physical media, is like being phased out because there's that's what bugs me when I go into like a Walmart now is I can't go through their new release section. It might be there for like a week and then they move on to something else.
Right. Yep.
But they have so much of their stock available online that you can pick up, order from the warehouse out, picked up at the store, but they don't carry that item in the store.
Right.
And
Yep.
I don't know. I think it just kind of diminishes the whole
Yeah.
experience. 'Cause
Yeah. It's like you're hunting. It's like,
Yeah.
do they have it? I mean,
I even to this day, I still like going through like the toy aisles and stuff.
yeah.
But 90% of what they have available isn't on the shelves, or it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I can go on and on
Oh
about
yeah.
that
No,
forever. But
I get it. I mean, I guess at least they're still selling it.
it's the same thing with to me, it's the same thing with arcades. It was
Yeah.
a part of my, childhood. I love going. That's why I like Monsterama and places like
Sure.
that where you can just go and, have that experience again. But, it's just one of those things like, what do you take your kids to do? Like, oh, what did you like to do when you were a kid? I'm like, well, most of that stuff's gone now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's true. It does suck. Yeah, that whole experience was something like I remember we could rent a game system for the weekend. That was fun.
Yeah. We used to have that too, like when the Dreamcast came out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like you
Yep.
could rent a Dreamcast or something. Yeah. I remember
Like
that.
play the hell out of the game you got to, and sometimes beat it, and
Yeah.
you could rent DVD players. I mean, anything. This is
yeah.
before that, and then of course, how to show how old we are. Like I remember the rewind fees, and obviously the late charge is still stuck. It was funny. My cousin, when we'd hang out, we'd go to a rental store where he had an account. He'd always have late fees every time
Yeah.
he checked out. That was kind of like
That
I was
was
like,
the-
"Ugh, I hope I don't have any late
That was the
fees."
awkward thing is that like, I worked at Video Update when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And then like, the my peers, like my fellow students,
Yeah.
coming in to rent something, they'd have like late fees and stuff. I always felt awkward about it. But whenever like, one of the teachers I didn't like came in and had late fees, oh, it was so satisfying. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. You owe $5.79 in late fees, asshole. I'm just kidding.
It's like, how bad do you want Debbie Does Dallas? Let's think about
Oh
it.
my god, I could tell you some horror stories about
Hey, that's a
working
show.
at
That's a
video store.
podcast. We need to.
Jesus.
That's another spinoff show. Where you
Yeah, no kidding.
just have to change the names and places probably to not get sued. Well, they're not around anymore. I guess. you
No,
can't.
the one place got sued into oblivion that I worked at, so fuck them. They can't. What are they going to do?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. My stepdad. He. I've said this many times. My family. We. They got paid to work for a video distributor, and it was great for a long, long time. And my stepdad was really able to move up in the ladder, and like ended up like running one of the locations here. And in the beginning, yeah, it was like they were the go-between the studios and the retailers. And then, of course, the studios got more and more greedy, and then they decided to go directly to the retailers, some of them,
Yeah,
and bypass the distributor.
kind of
So
cut out the middleman.
yeah, and it really sucked. And one of these days I'm going to get him. We'll probably do like a special episode, but I want to interview him about his whole career, and he's got great stories to tell. I mean, from the highs to the lows, because man, it was 80s was booming. Like it was great. We had celebrities coming in all the time. We had screeners. I remember those like trailed off after many years, and I remember it ended up being the last opportunity I had to go to a screener, and I had a fever, and I was still trying to push myself to go. My wife's like, put her foot down. She's like, "You're not going. You're just really sick." But I'm like, I think this is the last screener I'm gonna get. I don't know. It was just like fun. You see their coworkers and great community, and it's just no more, unfortunately. But yeah, I definitely want to get them on and talk to them about some of this stuff. But yeah, I know for new movies, when you rent them, you might as well just buy the damn thing physically. Just wait a little bit, because it's like $20 to rent one. I got like a new release like that's still in theaters,
if they do like a simultaneous release on like both theater and streaming.
Yeah, like I understand like that. I guess. Ones. Yeah.
The thing that is good, I guess, is like there is a pretty good variety of them out there, like on YouTube, or like if you have a console, looking on like PlayStation Store or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can watch them as many times as you want in like a 48-hour period or something.
That's a perk.
That's kind of a perk, but like it sucks when you're like, you used to be able to go into like the 99-cent section, and be like, I want to rent all 3 Back to the Future movies and watch them in a in a marathon, or like Indiana Jones or something like that.
Right.
And now it's like $5 a pop if you don't own them.
I remember calling about some of the movies and like, can I rent these again? Or sometimes I just didn't get to it, and like, can I just rent these again? Or so many times I did that. Yeah, I'm sure. And I remember being on the other end of a copy of a movie wasn't in yet, and like Family Video, they would sell them eventually, which was kind of nice. Like I actually bought some of them like that. But the problem is, they didn't have many copies and they sold it. Like, you're out, because there was a few. Well, movies I was like,
I know we did it too at the one I worked at, but like Family Video would get like, for new release, they'd have a wall of that, and each little placard would have like 2 or 3 of them behind it, and because they're like, everyone's going to want to rent this thing, and then once the hype kind of dies down a little bit, it's like, what do we do with all these copies? Well, put them back in the package and sell them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea.
It's a smart business model, I guess.
They bought the combo like towards the end, but you only get like the Blu-ray, or the DVD.
Exactly.
You knew there was more in it, but it's like,
I remember when they started doing that, when like Blu-rays started being a thing.
Yeah,
it was like you have this section for Blu-rays, and then you have
And I remember like they would clean it for you when you bought it, and then of course they had that damn sticker on there though that would be hard to get off. Their sticker they put on it.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Our Family Video we had, because we had Blockbuster and everything before that, but Family Video like ended up being like the only thing left. And I don't think we had them forever. I don't remember them forever around here anyway. We had like Movies to Go. Video City was cool.
Video Warehouse on South Side. That was a big one. It's been there forever.
I actually have I joined there to rent when we did our Under Siege 2 commentary. I went there and rented it and got my membership card. Like, it was
I still have my
I do too. Yeah. And then they closed like a year later. I'm like, fuck.
And now
I have my card.
And now all the Family Videos are Dollar Generals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they are. It's sad, but the one that opened by me, I think they all started this way. They were so clean and nice, and man, they just got run the fuck down. And they started selling like non-video shit, like like CBD oil. And I'm like, all right, this is kind of not.
Yeah, cool. It started becoming less of a video store and more of a convenience store, like one of those corner convenience stores.
Right. Well, it was funny because my friend Billy, he tried to get a job there once, like a part-time. And, you had to be like exceptional at math, apparently. But then eventually they had employees and they're like, really? This is your choice? Like, just lounging and not giving a shit. I will say,
like, what it helped me learn so well, and I use the skill to this day.
Yeah.
It helped me so much with alphabetization.
Oh, yeah.
Because you had a stack like this to take and put back on the wall. Yep. And it was like you had to have them like.
You had to be quick.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I went through my movies, some of my movies. I'm going to do the rest of them, but we had a garage sale recently, so I went through my movie posters. I filmed that, and I filmed going through some movies, and I was just like, looking at all of them. I'm like, okay, there's someone I follow, Robert Meyer Burnett. In the past, I would try to alphabetize them within their category, but he just suggested like just alphabetizing all of them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's actually not a bad idea. It's
yeah.
easy.
See,
easier.
I ran into that too. Like, cause I'm kind of old school this way. I have one of those big DVD booklet things. Like we used to put our CDs in.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we were in high school. We're fucking old. Okay.
Hey, they're coming back, man.
Yeah.
So I think they are sort of. Yeah.
But yeah, every time I go through there, it sucks because I want to alphabetize them. But like, to me, the Matrix movies I have are like Matrix Reloaded, whatever. Yes. And then Animatrix is part of that. But Animatrix is an A and Matrix is M. And
yeah, I have
don't know. I run into that a lot with like my stuff. I'm like, do I keep them all in one category or?
Well, it's like I have the James Bond set, so I'm just going to file that under James Bond. And then the Matrix probably would just be M for everything related to it. And then what was the other ones? I was very tempted to just put all the Tarantinos together because I'm like, it just looks cool, and it's like
I was tempted to do that with the Cornetto trilogy.
Yes, and I have a 3-pack, so that's easy for me. Yeah.
But one of the things that, like, when I was moving, I had this booklet, and I'm like, I hate having all these fucking cases all around. So I just put everything, DVDs, put them all into a booklet and called it good and got rid of all the cases. Now, I will keep a few of them. Like, I have some steel books and, like, special edition collection stuff that I keep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some of that's worth saving. Yeah. I've been tempted to get rid of my cases too, but I haven't yet.
That is, I was thinking about this.
It's a tough call, man. It's tough.
I was thinking about this the other day. That is the one reason why I'm kind of glad that, like, with the PS5, like, the games that I have are digital.
Yeah.
Because between, like, PlayStation Plus and stuff like that, I have, like, probably over 300 games. Could you imagine if I had to store those somewhere?
It's like your digital photos. Like, if you had those physically,
oh my God,
you'd have books and books and books.
Yeah.
Even though I love physical media, I do. And I would love for. I mean, right now they coexist with the digital. Only problem is with the digital, it's like it's not 100% yours. That's what's scary about it, Like
that. Yeah, like
that's the only bad thing. Oof. And I think in the beginning, people were sold like it's yours forever. And it's like
that's what pisses me off so much about digital stuff is.
I know.
I
know.
I could do a 3-hour episode on this.
Oh, I know. And we will eventually. But yeah.
I think if you combined all the times we've ranted about physical versus digital, we'd probably have like a 5-hour marathon.